This is the Lowe Down. I am the voice of Emerge, Christopher Lowe, alongside our play-by-play man, Casey Johnson. Casey, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, and I gotta say, band on fire tonight.
There. Hey, Saturday night, EMERGE13 Outbreak. A lot of great matches on the card.
Oh my lord.
Let's start off with the pre-show match. We started doing this last month.
Yeah.
Seems to have been really a success with the crowd.
Yeah, it was really well received, and we had more people lined up before the show than we ever have had as Emerge. And King Crush and Billy Mattern didn't disappoint. Billy Mattern coming out with the win, and this time we have a tag team match on the pre-show.
That tag team match is King Crush and Mance Warner versus Jay Maddox and Luke Lawson. What do you think?
Well, King Crush has had a bit of a streak of bad luck as far as Emerge is concerned, although I think any month might be the month when he gets that one big win. As far as that goes, though, Mance Warner, incredibly impressive last month, and I think he has a bright future in Emerge, personally. Like, a lot of new guys we've had come in are just fantastic, and they're going to be great for a while. And then on the other side, you have Jay Maddox, who we've seen before, and is
I've heard great things about the sharpshooter.
Oh, yeah. Luke is... I've seen more promise probably out of him than I've seen a lot of people. He's in that... I hate to call it maybe the Cole Radrick zone, where he has a lot of potential, and as he grows as a competitor, he has a lot of potential.
So, who do you look to win this match?
I'm going for the team of Maddox and Lawson. I think Luke Lawson's going to surprise a lot of people, and obviously we've seen Jay Maddox is very, very capable as well.
And we should also touch on the fact that these pre-show matches, while it's a great thing for the crowd that are at the door waiting to come in at an hour before the show,
yeah.
The pre-show match is also an opportunity to get into
yes,
Emerge.
Definitely.
And W's are important.
Yeah, and when you get that crowd that's there for the pre-show match, that crowd is the hardcoreest of the hardcore Emerge fans, if you will. If you can impress that crowd, then you're going to do great things on the main card with Emerge, and a lot of times that can be a huge jumping point for a young competitor.
Well, let's jump to the main card. First match, a triple threat. It's the first of 3 triple threat matches to determine the #1 contender for the Emerge Outbreak title. The first match features the main attraction, Donnie Idol, up against the Man Against Fear, Kyle Maverick, and Zachary Wentz.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to this tournament in general. It's going to be fantastic. Props to CEO Dave Dynasty. Last month we had last month we had a 3-way match that went over incredibly well, and so this month we have 4 3-way matches. Overkill, maybe, but you gotta please the fans. And yeah, this first one should be a great way to start off the night with some incredible competitors. I'm going for Donnie in this particular one. Donnie is... Okay, I might be wearing this shirt, but I am still impartial to a sense. I've known Donnie since 2008, and I've never seen him this hungry. And so I think it'll be fantastic to see him. He lost his title, and then he didn't take the rematch. I remember he told me he wanted to work his way back up. He felt like he needed to earn it again, and this is a huge step toward that. And I think he wins our first round.
Second match is Warfare Jeremy Hadley versus the Fluent Samoan Anthony Toatelli versus Malcolm Monroe III.
And we talk about new guys who impressed. Anthony Toatelli at the last show was fantastic, and he showed a lot of strength, surprising. I remember at one point he did a sunset flip over onto Kenneth James, who had a hold of Kyle Maverick and actually was able to bring them both over. And so he has an incredible amount of promise. I got to go for experience, though, with this one, and I got to go with Jeremy Hadley. Jeremy Hadley is incredibly angry, although he seems to be angry most of the time as is. Yeah, and it produces results. And I think he's going up against two younger guys, two impressive guys, but I think his experience will just allow him, because he's great at gaming the system as well. So as he manipulates his opponents, I think it'll be, I think he will overcome in this particular match.
And our next triple threat features the last true fighter, Cole Radrick, going up against Trevor Court versus beautiful Brett Havoc.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for this one. This is where, you know, our first two matches, we had, I think, a clear favorite as far as experience goes. And this is three young guys who are all hungry for their spot. Of course, we've seen all of these guys before, and they're all incredibly impressive. At this point, I think it's up to just about anybody at this point, although I'm going with Cole Radrick. He is a great competitor. I think he's on the rise. I've been saying this for a while now. Great young star is the last true fighter. And I don't know, maybe we could call him the last true star fighter. Maybe, but
he could be a star.
Yeah, I think he has an incredible future, and I'm taking him here in this first round match.
Now, once all these first three matches are completed, later on the card, the three winners will meet in a final triple threat, which is actually elimination style. The first three matches, first fall wins, and when the winners, all three winners meet, it'll be an elimination style match to determine the next #1 contender for the Outbreak Championship. So, who do you see in winning this?
Well, yeah, obviously it's hard to predict this match, considering we haven't had. You know, we don't know for sure who's going to be in the match. With the three guys that I have chosen to move on to the finals, as far as my predictions are concerned, Donnie, Jeremy, and Cole, I would go with Cole Radrick.
Wow.
I think he's right at that point where, yeah, right on the cusp of, you know, breaking through that glass ceiling there and really stretching for that brass ring, while I'm using all of the cliches. As far as that's concerned, though, I think I think he's about to take his next step, and I think that will be in the form of an Outbreak title shot.
Can you imagine Cole Radrick, Outbreak champion? How entertaining!
Oh my lord, yes.
So, the Emerge Tag Team Championship will be on the line as the 8-Bit Punks defend against Pretty Perfect. In a match like this, you've got to wonder if fatigue will play into the outcome.
Yeah, I mean, the 8-Bit Punks have been on a roll, but that being said, they did get incredibly banged up after their title defense last month, and it was by Pretty Perfect. Pretty Perfect happened to attack them after the match, as you figured they might do. So it is a bit of a personal issue here, and I think that'll discount the fatigue a little bit, because you know, titles are great, but when you really have a problem with somebody, you fight all the harder. I mean, I wouldn't know that. I've never been in a fight in my life. But either way, I think they'll be a little bit tired, but it won't factor into it too much, although Pretty Perfect, incredibly impressive. And I am going with them as far as this match is concerned. I think...
I'm going for the new champs. Huh?
Yeah. You know, the 8-Bit Punks are great. They're an incredibly talented team, but Pretty Perfect is incredibly impressive, and they cut off the ring incredibly well in their match against Bobby and Mance, and I think it might just be time for a surprise as far as that's concerned.
Very good. A match I'm looking forward to is for the Outbreak Championship, as Conniving Kenneth James goes up against Emerge Outbreak champion Chris Caliber with Karma. Your thoughts?
Well, when I look at this match, I see two different sets of values with these two people, where, you know, Chris Caliber cares about that title. He's cared about, you know, getting that title just about the entire time the title has been around. And I don't think Kenneth James truly cares about the title with his mindset. He really likes beating people up. And I think he doesn't relish the title so much as when he wins that championship, he will just love being the hunted. And I think it's you know, sort of a new territory for him. I got to go with Chris Caliber, though. This is going to be a hard-hitting match. These guys are going to what's the term? Kick the crap out of each other for the entire duration of this match, and I think Chris Caliber will come out on top, although you'll have to watch out for Kenneth James. I wouldn't be surprised if he won this one.
Finally, Casey, a big main event for Emerge 13 Outbreak. It's a tag team battle featuring Apollo Star and Remy Wilkins, the Triple C's, going up against Emerge champion, the Mastodon J.D. Mariani, and the Midwest Monster, Jacob Johns. Ton of fun in that ring.
Oh my lord, I cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this match since Dave Dynasty changed it from a regular tag match into a tables match moments after creating the tag match, which was an interesting moment where he, it was originally just going to be a tag match, but JD continued to push a little bit and kind of step over the line, and I think a little something kind of snapped in Dave Dynasty where he decided, if JD wanted to put somebody through the table, he's going to get the chance to, and that's the way it's going to go down, because the first person to go through a table, entire team loses the match. Yeah, it's going to be madness.
That's the rules. First team member to go through a table, put through by an opposing team, they lose. So if someone happens to throw themselves through a table, they're still in it. Although it would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So that's the card for Emerge 13 Outbreak. Overall, what are your thoughts on what we can expect Saturday night?
You can expect the most exciting action-packed show that Emerge has put together. A lot of cards have been fantastic, top to bottom, with a lot of different types of matches where you've had more methodical chess matches and then 2 high flyers, but this one, with the 4 three-ways that we're going to get, especially that 4th one where the competitors aren't going to be nearly as prepared for one another, it's going to be pandemonium. You're probably going to see a lot of what I heard referred to one time as flippy madness throughout the course of the night. And then you're going to have, tag team matches have a tendency to break down. Chris Caliber and conniving Kenneth James are going to hit each other as hard as possible. That is always fun to watch. And then somebody's going through a table. So from top to bottom, you're going to see action nonstop, totally.
And before I forget, a special shout out to Ruckus Ray Productions. The flyer for this year, for this show is fantastic. I saw that and I had to get my Super Nintendo out. Of course, it was all cigarette yellow by now, but memories.
See, I think when we come out with this DVD, we need to put it in the old Nintendo boxes.
That would be awesome.
Make it happen, Dave.
Well, there you have it. This Saturday night at the DSI Gym, it's Emerge 13 Outbreak. He's Casey Johnson. I'm the voice of Emerge, Christopher Lowe. Bye-bye. Inside the palatial Emerge offices, I am the voice of Emerge, alongside CEO Dave Dynasty. We just finished up the Lowe Down, and Dave, late night here.
Yeah, with the show Saturday, there's a lot of business to take care of, loose ends to wrap up. Lots of things, not only with this show looking to the future, we're looking to expand into some larger venues. The consistent string of sellouts is causing us to look for larger buildings to run shows in, looking at the possibility of maybe branching out into other towns in the state. Talking to a lot of talent about coming in. There's always something brewing here in the offices.
Yeah. Let's touch a bit on Emerge 13.
Okay.
The fact that so much talent wants to come into Emerge. We're going to have a lot of talent in the building Saturday night.
Yeah. I think this is one of our most stacked cards ever. That's not a knock on anybody that's ever competed, but I think we got a nice mix of regulars and new talent, returning talent. In the building Saturday, so it should give us a unique blend at the show Saturday.
We've started a new year, into year 2 for Emerge. What do you see for the future of the company?
Like I said, I think expanding into bigger buildings, looking at the possibility as the year progresses on to do some other towns, other cities, kind of hitting the road a little bit. Looking at the possibility of running some fair shows, maybe working with some local schools to do some benefit shows. Of course, we'll have a downtown event like we did last year, and a couple of other things that we're working on. We're always discussing possibilities and new ways to get the Emerge name out there and reach new people.
So, if any of our viewers would like to get a hold of Emerge and maybe bring us to a facility or to their town, what should they do?
They can either message us at the Facebook page, or they can email emerge at emergewrestling.com.
Very good. Dave, thank you.
Yep, right.
Behind the scenes at the Emerge offices, he's Dave Dynasty. I'm the voice, Christopher Lowe.